Today in our 2014 Chevrolet Silverado 3500, we're going to be taking a look at and also showing you how to install the CURT Front Mounted Trailer Hitch Receiver. This is a custom fit. It offers a 2" by 2" opening. The part number is C31023. Now this is what our hitch is going to look like installed. As you can see, pretty clean appearance. As you can see, most of it remains hidden behind our front fascia here. In the middle, we've got our 2" by 2" receiver tube opening. Now, front mount hitches are great for a lot of different accessories. You'll see some people that have a winch mount that they'll slide in, be able to use that. It works out really well for snow plows. You can attach them there rather than having to modify the whole front of the vehicle. There's a lot of different accessories that'll work out really well for it. Now, as far as weight ratings go, it's going to have a vertical load limit of 500 pounds. So that's going to be the maximum downward force that you can put here at the receiver tube opening. And if you plan on moving trailers around with it, which in some of the reviews, that's what people say, they use this front mounted hitch so they can get their boat into a real tight spot or something like that. It offers a 5,000 pound gross trailer weight rating, so that's the total weight of your trailer and anything that you might load up on it. And as far as like a winching application would be concerned, when you put a winch in here and try to pull something, it has a 9,000 pound straight line pull rating. So it's a really nice sturdy hitch. Very easy to install. It's going to use factory connection points from both your tow hooks and your bumper. Pull them out, raise the hitch into position, slide them in, reattach the hardware, and it's really all there is to it. Now, it has the nice flush reinforcement collar on the end here. See, it's going to be just tucked in from the outside edge of our bumper a little bit here, so we're not going to have to worry about running into it or anything. Then we've got our 5/8 diameter pinhole here on the side. That's what we'll want to use to secure all of our items with. And you'll see for like hitch pins and clips, plenty of room there. If you have a winch mounted here and you want to lock it into place, locking hitch pins should work fine. Even anti-rattle devices should be able to go on there without any interference issues at all. Now, a few measurements that'll be helpful when you start selecting your front mount hitch accessories will be from the ground to the inside top edge of the receiver tube opening. We've got about 12 inches. Then from the center of the hitch pinhole to the outermost edge of our front bumper, it's about 4 3/4. Now to begin our installation, there's going to be a small area that we need to remove here on this underside lip if your truck's equipped with it. It's just going to allow the receiver to come through without interfering. We want to leave this on if you have it and just get it trimmed out. What we need to do is find the center line of the vehicle, or the center line of that fascia strip. Now from our center line here, what we're going to do is go out 1 3/8 from each side. I'm using a dry erase marker. That can sometimes help in cleanup a little bit later. So we get 1 3/8 here. And then we'll go out to 2 3/4 there. Now from the intersection where it meets here, we need to come down 7/8 of an inch. Ourselves a couple marks there. Now we can use a straight edge and just kind of square that all up. Now this is kind of a medium stiffness of plastic, so I think a razor knife would be fine to cut it. Just want to kind of score it a few times. Once we have that large area out, we can kind of go through and just trim it up, make it look nice. Rubbing alcohol, we can clean that dry erase marker off there. Now we're going to remove the tow hooks from the truck. You can see we've got a bolt right here that we're going to remove, and then there's also a nut right there. We'll do this on both sides of the vehicle. We'll need an 18mm socket for that. Now with these side bolts, they are a pass-through style bolt, so you might need a wrench to hold one side while you loosen the other. Now we'll pull our bolt out there. And our tow hook should slide right out of the opening, just like that. Now just above the tow hook bolt there, you're going to have 2 more nuts on the inside of the frame rail here on the driver's side. We're going to get these removed. Now these support the bumper, so We don't want to pull those bolts all the way out. We're just going to push them back in to where they become flush. You can see that little bit of wiggle that we've got there in the bumper. We're just going to push those back so that they're flush. Now on the passenger side, they go through from this direction towards the outside. So we'll pull that completely out, rotate it, and put it back in so it looks just like this. Now as we support our bumper, we want to pull our bolts out, rotate them out to the other side, and then slide them in again so they're flush, so that'll support our bumper. We won't have to worry about it moving. Now with an extra set of hands to help us out, we're going to raise our hitch into position. The plates that come up the side are going to go in between the frame rails, and then the two holes in the top, that's where that double bolt is going to pass right through, and then we'll be able to put our nuts on the outside edge here. All right, so just take a quick look at our opening here. That looks really nice. Our bolts have come through, so let's just put the nuts on there to hold them in place. Just gonna install these loosely for now. Now with those loosely installed, we'll grab our tow hooks. Those are going to go right back in where we got them out of. We want to be sure that all of them are going through into the middle of the truck. We'll replace the one we took out of the bottom there. Put our nut back on there. We'll do the same thing over there on the passenger side. Now we want to snug down our nuts there. Now if we look in our instructions, we're going to find the appropriate torque specifications. We're going to go through and torque down all of our bolts appropriately. Now with all of our hardware torqued down to the appropriate specifications, that's going to complete our install of the CURT Front Mount Trailer Hitch Receiver, part number C31023 on our 2014 Chevrolet Silverado 3500.
Click the link below to shop, learn more, or visit us at eTrailer.com.